The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through, and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Love from the gun. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down Packers.
13 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a head on him, do they?
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s. Trying to make another run at the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Higbee. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a first down. But they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18. And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. Stafford. This is Smith with the ground. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 23-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Firing quickly out wide is Love. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Love looking to throw it. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to have the Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A gain of 9 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A gain of
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Green Bay.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Now a 2nd and 2. Counter play with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Play action this time with Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams' 3-yard line.
Love now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. To throw now, here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 4. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the 50, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
The short one will take it in by Ferguson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw is Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Results in a 4th
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
And they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Byron Young there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
In motion goes the tight end. Love from the gun on third down. Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On fourth down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Here's Smith to return it. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Pass complete there to Nakua. A gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
40-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
Now Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now it's Stafford. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Love. He's got his receiver. It's Golden. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Packer 1st down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This 2nd and 4. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Love. Musgrave's got it out right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Next to score, Packers 17.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing is Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
And it'll be second down.
Second and 5.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
brings up
When you
second
execute a
and
drag
3
or a crossing
at the
route really
Packers'
well and give them a
45-yard
chance to
line.
let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Wicks. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Love now. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Packers.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Love, they go play action now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Firing quickly out wide is Love. So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And it is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Matthew Golden with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Stafford now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. So nothing doing there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
They try the left side here with Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Now Stafford. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams from 17 yards out. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Love, toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The Packers on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And the Packer first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
In motion, the tight end. To throw now. Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
The score, Packers 31.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 26.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 50, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
89, Tyler Higbee. Brings up 3rd down.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. Slant to Adams. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Corum. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 78 yards on the ground here from Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy that can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd down and 6. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
17-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Taken down.
So a win here for the Packers, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.